I'm Aden Matthews.
And I'm Zach Snyder.
And welcome to another YouTube podcast, the one-stop shop for anything and everything related to YouTube. And this is the show where we decide to change it up every now and then. I got to do the intro first, so it was
the
hype.
Show where we've been doing 50 episodes and I've not let you start the episode.
I've ended a couple.
You have, yeah.
But I haven't actually started one before. I guess we've gotten to the habit at this point. It's just stuck.
Yeah.
But you know what? I like it. I like to change up every now and then. I was worried because like when you told me start the episode, I'm like, okay, I just have to say my name. But then I remembered, no, I have to say the tagline of the show as well.
Everything.
And I was so worried I was going to forget it and fuck it up. And I don't know if it was spot on, but it sounded pretty damn close.
Yeah, you did it. You
okay.
got it.
I don't think I fucked up a word in there, but I was worried because I'm like, wait a minute. I got to do the other part too. I didn't ask for this.
You don't want fries with your intro?
I guess not. Now I know how you feel. You got to remember your own name and your own intro.
I know. Trust me. And it's hard enough to remember my name. But we're back. We're back. We've gotten a few episodes back to back on Sundays, which is epic.
Yeah.
Very happy about that.
Hope y'all enjoyed the midnight episode. The last one that came out. The midnight hour.
Now we got a 7 a.m. episode because we both woke up around midnight last night.
It all circles back together.
It really does.
We're either up too early or too late. One or the other. It's
never
normal
any
time.
in-betweens.
Yeah.
But
well, like when we recorded the show when I was at college, it was pretty normal because we couldn't do it at night.
That's true.
So we had like only an hour or so, like in the afternoon to do it, which is a shock that we actually recorded so many with that circumstance because people could just be coming home in that dorm at any time. And I'd be like, well, fuck.
Well, here we are.
It's wild.
It do be wild. We should do an episode one day talking about our process specifically during like high school and college.
Yeah, nothing done.
It was a lot of not getting things done.
That's the process.
There's a lot of limitations with it for sure. But anyways, this episode, I should say, we got our Your Week on YouTube trademark.
My favorite part.
And then next week we'll have another main topic. So that'll be hype.
Y'all know how it works by now.
Yeah, I feel like people like the new format. I don't know. I don't think I've gotten
no one's complained.
Like
right?
feedback. Nobody's complained yet. So
I guess they'll just take it.
If you hate it, you had your time to speak. We're not taking that kind of criticism anymore.
Watch you say that, and then the comments for the next episode, they're one fucker who left that comment, and we're like, oh,
yeah, well, here we go.
Too late now. We didn't get to the comment until now. So
true, because I haven't looked at any of the comments recently. So
we read them, but only really when we record it, because we know we're gonna have to get to it later.
So we want genuine reactions to it, right?
Right. You don't want to spoil the comment before it's there. Like, that's cheating if you read the whole 8-page patient comment before the episode starts.
Yeah.
It's not fair. Not fair at all.
Exactly.
But, Zachary,
mm-hmm.
How was Your Week on YouTube trademark? What?
Oh, shit, bruh, let me tell you. So, all
right, we'll see you next week, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
That's pretty much it. Wrap it up.
That's it.
I'd figure I'd pull a Naruto on you and stop you right before it got interesting. So, hope y'all enjoyed that at home. No, how was your week?
So, we're basically talking about last couple of weeks because our last recording session was at the beginning of May, and it's like 2 weeks into May now. Or is it 3 weeks? It might be 3 weeks.
I think it's closer to 3.
Yeah, but anyways,
yeah, 3.
I went into May and was like, I'm gonna make May productive, and like, I got some shit out at the beginning of the month. I did some more Zach Plays content.
Yeah.
That was epic. Got a couple more episodes of the Come Up out.
Hell yeah. I haven't listened to them yet.
That was epic.
I'm behind.
Oh shit.
I'm behind on my Come Up, for shame.
Epic. And then like the other big priority has just been like getting this podcast back to like a schedule, because I've been really bad about that. So we've had that going for the last couple weeks, which has been really nice. And then I was like, yo, I really should be putting out some of your everyday nerds. And so I haven't done that yet, but I've been working on like a bunch of recording and scripting, and I got a big brain, but it's more of a little brain idea. But I'm almost at 900 subs for the channel,
Right.
which is insane.
Very close. 837, I believe, is where it's at now.
897, yeah.
897?
Yeah, like super close. And I thought, okay, if I really want to like get that 1,000 subscriber milestone this year, which to be honest, like I've been wanting it, but I hadn't been like caring at all about the numbers for the last 5 months. And I thought maybe I should care a little bit about it. So starting in June, I'm going to attempt to do daily till 1,000. Daily Your Everyday Nerd till 1,000 subscribers.
It's back to being every day.
Every day. Your Everyday
Look at
Nerd. Yeah. What does that mean for literally every other project I'm doing? It means that like Yin and this podcast will be the main priorities. If I do other shit, cool. If I don't, I don't care right now.
Absolutely. You have to treat it that way.
Yeah. I just kind of want to get that more of that out, because like as cool it is to have my Let's Play channel and my personal channel and my Twitch streams and the come up, like these are all really fun projects that I love doing. Like it's always just like too much. So like I'll do them when I can. I don't care about a schedule for those at the moment. I just want to get back on that daily grind for your everyday nerd.
It's the moneymaker.
Be epic.
You gotta shoot for the shit
that
gets the growth, right?
Definitely.
It's not like you should stop the other things, but it's like if the choice is between the two,
exactly.
You have only so much free time in said day. You might as well pick the your everyday nerd shit.
Exactly.
I'll be excited.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then the other thing that I did this month was play Sonic Forces.
Epic.
Play Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 1.
Epicer.
And the original 2003 Call of Duty.
Epicist. Right there.
Yeah.
The Holy Trinity, as I like to call them.
I think so. Considering the fact that I haven't been playing a whole lot of video games until I got into like my Animal Crossing binge. And the stuff for Zach plays. Like the fact that I beat 3 games within the span of a couple of weeks. And it being those 3 games specifically, I think it's funny as fuck.
In that order. Right?
In that order. Yeah.
Bizarre.
I think so. And then you and I started watching Naruto.
This is true. But that has less to do with YouTube specifically than just...
Well, I think it has everything to do.
It's funny to bring up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you're going to do with it, to be fair. I know I'm probably not going to do anything with it.
That's fair. Yeah. I'm going to do your everyday nerd shit on it. But like, yeah. It still is a continuous like conundrum to like figure out the balance between consuming media and creating content. And I'm still really bad about it. So like I'm gonna have to like tone down what I consume here soon when I get back to the daily yins. Because I have so many episodes already like prepared and planned and shit that I'm kind of worried. What if I need to like revisit some of the media that I've already consumed just because it's been so long?
Right. It's too much time has passed.
Yeah. I think I'll be fine for most of it, but we'll see. There might be a movie or two that I either have to like skip or have to rewatch or something. We'll see what happens. That's just always like a problem with having as many hobbies as I do and then trying to make content out of all of it.
Well, that's why it usually helps to make the content as soon as you're done with consuming said media.
You're right.
And
it would be a good idea.
Big breaks between the two.
Yeah.
But I've done it before. Like,
you
know,
for sure.
Like anytime you do a ranking video, you're essentially kind of not having that much grade of points for the first things you watched in that ranking order.
Yeah.
Well, for the later movies that you watched in the order, right?
This is true. Yeah.
So it works both ways, I'd say.
I think so.
Are you enjoying back in the script writing process? Because there's definitely periods of your everyday nerd where it's like episodes, and then in the periods when there's not, there usually is like at least a little bit of writing and planning. Do you find that personally more fun than the actual creation of the videos, or do you like the videos more than the script writing?
So right now, what's been holding me back from putting out more was just like the recording aspect of it. I got really messed up on my sleep schedule, and then my roommate was home all the time because of the coronavirus, and also because of that, I was getting a lot more work that I had to do. So it just caused me to not prioritize recording for a while. So I've had quite a few scripts ready. But it's weird because I don't know to this day which part of the video making process is my favorite part. Because I love aspects of each of it. Like when I'm writing scripts, it's enjoyable to like, figure out what are my thoughts on this? What do I, what can I make funny here? What can I say that I think is semi-intellectual? How can I not sound like a complete idiot talking about this thing? And then like getting into the recording process, I feel like I take that script, but the creating still isn't finished. Like there's still like improv shit that I end up doing, or, there's a lot that can change between like writing the script and recording it.
Typically a lot of the comedy bits, while some of them are scripted, a lot of what you've told me, it just kind of come off the cuff of...
A lot of it can come off the cuff, yeah.
Recording some bullshit and being like, oh, okay, this would be funny. Let's try this.
Yeah, and then even then...
what's what, usually.
Oh, for sure. Usually the written jokes are worse.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. But, and then on top of that, it's like after I've recorded something, like the editing process also is a whole new like side of the creation process, because not only are you getting the visuals and the kind of the music and all that together, but I end up editing more things into the final videos. There's a lot that will get cut out or added just because I feel like it's gotta get in the flow right and all that kind of stuff. So I like all of it. I still have not figured out which one I like the most. But I do wish that I could have a better process, like flowing them all together, because usually I get into the habit of like, oh, I'm going to write a bunch of scripts now. Oh, I'm going to go record a bunch of videos now. Oh, I'm going to go edit things now. Like that kind of thing.
Right, where you're doing a lot of one thing and batching it. Right.
Which arguably like works in a time management kind of situation, but I don't know if it's the most optimal way of doing the creation process. It might be less fun. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Cool. Well, I figured I'd ask at least. See where your thoughts were on that.
Hopefully that made sense.
I think it does. I think it's all like different kinds of creativity, right?
Definitely.
The writing brings out a certain side of your brain that the recording done, and like the editing is also that. I definitely would say for my case that like I'm better at doing more of the recording than I do writing or editing. Right. But it's like it's a thing where if I just do more of it, I'll probably enjoy them all to an equal state. But it's just
for sure.
I tend to have more fun on the recording side of things personally, because that's the most of what I've done, as opposed to just editing in a serious manner and writing in a serious manner. I've dabbled in both, and I'd say I'm a better editor than a writer. But I still would put those two skills far below the recording side of things, which I tend to have the most fun with, because like a lot of it's improv, a lot of it's ideas that I'm coming up with on the spot, and it can take forever.
Right.
But I'm usually satisfied when I'm said and done after several hours of recording something to bring a video together.
Oh, for sure. And it's funny because I also will equally dislike parts of the process at times too.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Like,
they all have their shitty parts.
yeah. I'll be like, oh, I really don't want to record today. I really don't want to edit today. I don't want to write today. But I think that's why I like making videos more than anything else creatively, because it does allow me to bring all those different creative aspects together. And yeah, like I just enjoy all of it. I always would feel weird if I was just a writer or if I was just an editor or just on camera, that kind of thing.
You gotta do it all.
Yup. Even if it kills me.
Hooey.
But anyways, that's been my week. You had a crazy couple of weeks here.
Yeah.
And I'm
it's been a
very excited to kind of hear how you feeling mentally and physically after all the shit you've been doing.
Yeah. So let me take you back to last time we recorded the podcast. I had mentioned in the episode that come tomorrow for you, Zach, not for when the episode came out for everybody else, but for Zach and specifically. I'm like, be on the lookout for my channel. I'm doing something wild in tomorrow. I didn't say what it was. I didn't reveal anything. Didn't say a word about what it would be. And the same goes for everybody else. Right. Really, it was in that context of the podcast where I first talked about a hint of what it might be. And then the next day came, and then around afternoon time or so, it went up, the first video in a new series of mine called 30 for 30. And the basic idea, in case you haven't watched it or if you're just listeners of the podcast, it's a show that involves reviewing 30 games in 30 days. Originally, it also had the caveat of it being 30 uploads, but I'm starting to go back on that point. So mainly 30 reviews in 30 days is the goal. And so I decided the theme for the first season would be the Sega Genesis. And so I just kind of came out with that first video about Altered Beast. Got a good bit of feedback on the first episode. And then pretty much for the next week and a half or 2 weeks, roughly, I did a daily 30 for 30. So, like, after the Altered Beast one was Alex Kidd. After Alex Kidd was Golden Axe. Golden Axe to Columns. Columns to Alien Storm. Alien Storm to Lightning Round, I believe. And then Gang Ground, Golden Axe to Sonic the Hedgehog to Cap Attack. There's 11 episodes total right now, and we've reviewed about 13 games out of the 30. Recording this at the 19th gives you the impression that I'm somewhat behind, but not behind a whole lot, because Lightning Round was 3 reviews.
Right.
So it's like, there's that, and I'm going to be doing more Lightning Rounds, in case it wasn't obvious. So
makes sense.
As long as we get to 30 by the 30th, that's the main goal. But we're roughly halfway through it now. And the response to it has been pretty crazy on my end, because it was just sort of an off-the-cuff random idea I had in the shower, basically. Right. The day before, like when we recorded the podcast. And it wasn't, like, the day the first 30 for 30 came out was the day I recorded it, filmed it, edited it, the whole 9 yards. And since then, each episode typically that goes up is recorded and edited on that same day as well. So my life for a lot of the first half of May was wake up, watch a couple of videos, get footage for the game I'm talking about, set up the shot, record 30 for 30, come up with a weird ad to come up in between it, edit for 3 to 4 hours, upload it, go to bed, repeat the process again and again and again and again, and again essentially.
Right.
And there were some good and bad parts about that as well, but it was definitely interesting to say the least. But yeah, no, like, the series has done incredibly well. This has been my best month on Blue Catch Productions in a long time. Maybe my best month ever, if we're not counting, like, live streams, because I've had live streams that, do better. Definitely. Like, and I do 3 of them a day, right? That's a pretty good month. But in terms of videos, in terms of the new form of Blue Catch Productions, even comparatively to back to the video games, 30 for 30 by and large has been the biggest success of a series I've had, and I enjoy doing them. I like the format. I like the idea of it. People seem to be a fan of figuring out my random thoughts on these Sega Genesis games, and it's been really cool to, like, do it and see it, even if some days I wake up and I'm like, oh God, I really don't want to. I don't want to do this. I missed waking up and then just watching random live streams of videos for 6 hours. Like, I was so comfortable with being lazy for a long time that when I finally stopped and put out videos, I missed just the random dumbass free time where I did nothing.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I was like, fuck, man. I really do wish I could watch this 4-hour puzzle making stream, but I don't have time to. And I'm not joking. Puzzle streams have been my crack recently. They're fun. So much fun. But
okay, let's have it.
But yeah, 30 for 30. It's crazy. It's wild. We're about halfway through. And probably next time we record the podcast, season 1 should be done with.
It should be, yeah.
We'll already be moving on to the next thing. So it's not going to be something that gets talked about a lot in terms of like making it, the process of it. But I'm sure like as we continue, I'll bring up 30 for 30 along the way. Because it's a new thing for me. It's a cool thing for me.
It was when I saw that upload and I saw the title 30 for 30, I was like, oh shit, what is he doing? And then I watched it and I was like, oh fuck, this is wild.
Yeah.
But I was also like really excited to see like what you were going to come out with it. Because I love the idea. I still love the idea. I still like I have no knowledge really about Sega Genesis games, so it's been really fun to see like what you're doing next, because I have really no idea what's even on the table with those games. And then like not only have you taught me about some of these games, but you've also had some of your funniest shit has come out of these ads you've been putting out on the videos. So
that came from your everyday nerd.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about before on the podcast that one of my 2020 goals was to like monetize more stuff. Mm-hmm. And a version of that would probably be like putting ads in videos like you do with your everyday nerd, right?
Definitely.
So now you get to see the fruit of that labor that we talked about all those months ago on the podcast.
Anyways, if you listen to this podcast and you like Aden and you have not watched 30 for 30, like it is some of his best work, hands down. And you should go watch it immediately. All of them.
Thanks, bro.
Absolutely.
And if you leave a comment, I'll respond to it. I've responded to every 30 for 30 comment. So.
Even all of my stupid ones.
Yeah. And Ramsden's genius ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
He fucking, on the Bonanza Bros video, you know what comment he left?
I don't know.
He wrote, fun fact, the Pokemon Sock and Throw were based off the Bonanza Brothers. And I'm like, this sounds too good to be true. And I haven't looked into it because like that could be a thing. But if it's fake, it's easily one of the best like shit posts I've read in a while.
That's amazing.
Shout out to Ramsden, dude.
That's great. He has been, yeah. Speaking of Ramsden, you were in a couple of his videos too.
Yeah, I was. So I recorded a game club with him on Minecraft, and then while we were in said call, he got me on his series, 5 Minutes of Bullshit, where I essentially just hung out and watched him review a microphone and just said a couple of funny things. But little did I know that by me being in that episode, was kind of sort of a start of like him essentially coming back to YouTube again.
Really?
Because when I recorded it with him, he's like, yeah, you're like the third 5 mobs that like I've recorded and haven't even edited yet. And I'm like, oh shit. And so like ever since that episode came out, he just started putting out like a shit ton more.
That's awesome.
To the point where like a lot of them are doing well now. He's editing them even like, and then I ended up on another one for no reason. And that one was equally funny. Mainly due to his editing more than myself on that one.
Oh, for sure.
He made me look like a genius, a comedic genius.
The editing on those are great.
For sure. And then we got him on a Breath of the Wild episode as well that won't be coming out for like months just because we're so far ahead.
Right.
But he was again very funny in that as well. And apparently he doing a fish lock too, and I don't even know what the fuck that be.
It's got a Pokemon thing. Fish
but
lock.
the art was gorgeous. And so yeah, he's just like full swing back into it, like leaving comments on my videos, like interacting on Twitter, recording a bunch of shit, getting
Yeah.
five mobs out all the time. It's been really cool to like have him back again, because there was just like a year or period of time where he really wouldn't post anything. He would reply to come up and YouTube podcasts and shit, but he hadn't really made anything in a long time. So it's really cool to have somebody that talented back again. I'm glad I was a part of it for whatever that's worth.
That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
Outside of those two things, which is definitely the biggest things that happened, I also have a checklist for May, and that checklist went from putting out 2 Back to the Video games and just the usual stuff to now finishing season 1 of 30 for 30 and seeing if I have time to do the usual stuff. So like in the midst of trying to do one of these 30 for 30s almost every other day, I'm also trying to keep Aden on Anchor up. I'm trying to do this podcast, of course. I've been Twitch streaming as well, trying to get my 4 streams in for the month. I've been working on NBL Season 4 art, been editing some stuff for LHG. I got all my one-offs there, and even cooler, Fire Red ended. Fire Red's finally out.
It did.
Which is really
it's
cool.
Completely over, yeah.
We've had it recorded for a while, but now all the episodes are out, and it's another finished series on LHG, which is awesome.
And I think it turned out pretty good. I'm really happy with it.
I'd say so. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that episode. But yeah, like trying to keep up with everything else like that I had on my April list is a lot harder now that I'm trying to do something like 30 for 30.
No, I'm sure.
So setbacks have definitely been a thing. I've been late on a couple of Aden on Anchors, and I haven't been streaming as much as I'd like to, and trying to record Breath of the Wild at 2 a.m. is almost a death sentence for the next upload, so like I can't do it often.
I'm sure.
Because I'll just sleep through the day, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. But no, like, genuinely, probably some of the happiest I've been in terms of YouTube stuff, because I think 30 for 30 was kind of a culmination of a lot of things, with like the rebranding of the thumbnails, the descriptions, working more on the editing, having all these one-offs come out about like Lion King and AVGN and Harry Potter. All that momentum from 2019 and early 2020 finally like came together and culminated in 30 for 30. And to see it do well genuinely makes me happy. Even if I'm not a fan of every episode of the show, and I wish I could have put more time here and there.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that people are watching them and like them as much as they do is legitimately awesome.
I'm happy. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you, bro.
Thanks.
It's again been genuinely really dope to like see everything you've been doing in the past couple months. And I've been excited for all the new uploads.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do in June.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna probably have the same checklist I had, but like when I'm finally done with season 1 of 30 for 30, I don't know if I'm gonna be like exhausted and not make anything, or if I'm on such a creative and success high that I continue to make more shit than I did the month before. I'm genuinely curious as to which way that'll go.
That'll be interesting.
But I also know like I want my free time back as well, so there's that.
Yeah. It's yeah, I feel that.
It is what it is.
For sure.
But thank you guys. I'm sure a lot of you who watch 30 for 30 also listen to this podcast as well. So you're a big reason for that as well. And thanks for the success on that front.
That's pretty epic.
That's pretty much been my week or so. 2 weeks or so on YouTube.
Right.
Real quick before like we end, I also want to briefly shout out our good friend Jay, who's also like had an incredible May as well. And I figured since
definitely
we mentioned Ramzan, it really only made sense to go ahead and mention Jay, even though I haven't been working on any of his stuff. He's been putting out a lot of great content, and like watching that process, and him shooting for like 5 or 6 videos in 1 month was almost unheard of 2 months ago. So
definitely, especially when he like went and changed up his like what he was uploading. Mm-hmm. He's put out some of his best shit too.
Been really proud of everybody.
Yeah.
Even Parker.
Parker's finishing Skyrim.
Thank God.
Tomorrow.
Thank God. Well, by the time this podcast episode out, it'll be over.
It'll be completely over. I appeared in a recent Skyrim episode, just went out yesterday in real time here. So, yeah. So if you haven't seen Aden and Aden, it's there.
Is it epic?
I think it's pretty epic.
I'm ready. I'm so ready to watch that.
It's pretty epic.
It might be the last Skyrim I watch.
Yeah.
Parker's gonna make us watch the finale, so I'll probably have to watch that. But
yeah, get ready for 50 minutes. That's what he said it is.
50 minutes.
50 minutes.
I can't even be that mad. I've done that before with Let's Play finales, so
yeah,
whatever. I get it. I'm happy it's over mainly. So.
Me too.
We're all moving on to bigger and brighter things.
Like Skyrim 2.
The Skyrim 2, baby. Let's go.
Homie got Skyrim VR.
Oh, he does,
and he's gonna let's play that next.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he can. He needs his RAM apparently.
He needs his RAM. Yeah.
So the longer you don't give it to him, the longer Skyrim VR is delayed, which I'm pretty happy about personally.
I agree.
So all is right in the world on that front.
But no, it's been I'd say May's been a pretty good month. I'm definitely looking forward to what June holds. And I'm also like not looking forward to it, but it's fine.
Epic, bro.
It's fine.
It'd be nice to have the summer,
Yeah.
Spring come and gone. Now we get that summer weather. I'd hope.
Hot as heck.
Yeah, that's true. But I hope I don't know what the outlook is with Corona and what the projections are, but I'm hoping sometime around June or July it kind of cools off and shit, and we can go back to maybe not being outside, but to the point where I can go out and get Taco Bell without having to wear a mask on.
Right.
That kind of,
Right.
A little bit of normalcy coming back, but again, I don't know the projection on that, so.
I have no idea. It's all over the place.
Some people are opening now. We're open. A lot of our places are open now.
Ours too.
Yeah. Still not going outside though.
Fair enough. I don't blame you.
I don't want to risk it.
I get it.
Don't want to risk it at all. So I'll wait for it to cool off, and then maybe by the time it's all said and done, we can all get back to a little bit of normal shit. So.
Yeah, for sure. Hope everybody's handling the shit well. I know everybody's kind of gone crazy being cooped up in the house, and my grandmother, bless her heart, oh my goodness. Every single day I talk to her, she's like, I'm going crazy. I want to leave my house. You can't, Grandma. You gonna get sick. But I got a mask. It doesn't matter, Grandma.
You're susceptible more
something
than most
years
people.
old and you got lung problems. You are gonna die if you leave the house.
She the type of person to go out a lot? Or she just want to because she's told she can't?
I don't know. She just ain't been out of the house in 2 months and is getting to her. And she lives with my crazy uncle who's probably giving her more headaches than anything. So I can't say I blame her, but we ain't letting her leave the house.
She gonna miss crochet night with the girls.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
What's she gonna do?
Whew.
We'll never know.
Never know.
Damn.
But anyways, yeah, I think I'm good. I think we're good with this. Next week we'll have the main topic.
Been a good May for everybody.
Well, I've been Zach.
And I've been Aden.
And thank you for listening to this episode of another YouTube podcast.
Bye-bye.
Believe it.